Why do you want to be a filmmaker? When did you first know?
Um, so the whole thing that gets my attention about film is telling stories. I really like to tell stories. When I was little, I always thought I was going to be a writer, and then I figured out that I'm not very good at writing. So I guess I figured out towards the end of high school that I wanted to, or that I liked watching movies, and then I realized that you could actually have a career making them. So.
Oh God, I think I first knew I wanted to be a filmmaker when I think it's called like Mountain Films came to my town. It's just a series of like films shot in the mountains about like mountain sports, and I just thought it was so cool, and I wanted to do that.
Definitely, I feel the film industry could use a broader range of just acceptance.
What brought you to Denver?
I was actually born in Colorado Springs, so had moved away, Dallas, Texas, and really wanted to come back to the home state and just really love the film community.
So what about a movie catches your eye first?
Standout would definitely have to be the character's performance for me. You know, you definitely recognize the development and as it carries through the story.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Definitely struggling entry-level positions, trying make it work between internships, but working my way up the ladder.
And what brought you to the Denver film community?
Well, I got into school here, and I could afford it. And it turns out it's a really great program, so I'm really happy to be here.
What about a movie catches your eye?
Oh God, definitely visuals first. Just the way that image and movement and cinematography really tells the story, but of course great acting as well.
Cool. Where is one of these days?
When you feel creatively sapped, what do you do? How do you stay fresh?
Creatively sapped. Yeah.
Writer's block.
I watch other movies, watch other TV shows, just to get inspiration, and yeah.
What films have been the most inspiring or influential to you, and why?
Like I said, I like to. I want to be a VFX supervisor one day, so a lot of the Marvel movies, the DC movies are great too.
I really like films that don't have a lot of action to them. It's just all dialogue based and really heavy-handed on acting and directing. I like that. I was a theater actor in high school, and I want to be a director. So it's really cool to see how directors work with actors and how they can make a story out of just lines of dialogue. No explosions or no movements even, just dialogue and conversations.
Cool.
Oh, favorite movie. I'm definitely more along the lines of the thrillers. Recently, Memento. I've just been going back and trying to, stick with the timeline and the way that you can just kind of, again, take a viewer on that adventure.
One word, what is film? I don't know, man. A lot more lower budget movies, probably. I don't know. I feel like there's a weird correlation between having a huge budget and like explosions and stuff like that and like crappy writing. I'm not saying that all like high budget movies are crappy. I'm just saying, or that all low budget movies are good. I'm just saying that, I don't know, maybe focus more on the stories themselves and less on like how to make them look cool.
What about a movie catches your eye?
The acting, really.
I want to be a filmmaker because I like to create. I like to use the camera because it's kind of like a fly on the wall.
If there's one or more thing you think would make a film industry better, what would it be?
I wish the film industry wasn't as cocky, and I wish they would be more open to other people's ideas and just explore more ideas, I guess. Where do you envision yourself in 5 years?
Southern California, probably. Driving down the desert, operating a camera with Steven Spielberg.
That's great. One more. How does the process feel unique to you?
Oh. Just the fact that you can't make a movie without other people who also know what they're doing. It's really not something you can do alone, which I love, and which I think a lot of people don't understand outside.
If there's bad acting in it, it really stands out to me. If there's good acting too, it's good, and not just good acting to where it was like, wow, that was amazing, but good acting to where like you don't realize that they're actually characters. I don't know, it could even be like a minor role, and if they just slip in and you don't really notice them, that's good acting to me. You know?
In one word, what is film about?
Stories.
What films have been the most inspiring or influential to you?
It's gonna sound weird, but I just watched This Is the End a couple years ago, and I mean, it's not, granted, it's not a great movie or anything, but it was just kind of cool that that idea of like you and your buddies can just go out and like horse around and make a movie. It really makes movie making seem attainable, like an attainable goal. So.
All right. One more. Where do you envision your career in 5 years?
Somewhere in California. Probably just trying to live paycheck to paycheck, making movies, but hopefully, we'll see.
Cool. Right on.
So when you feel like you're just not creative, like writers block, creativity, savage, what do you do?
It's tough, especially just to find new inspiration, really any means, and not just through cinema too. Novels or other forms of art. Just going to a museum, spending a day can be a great way just to kind of recover.
What's your favorite movie?
What brought you to the Denver film community?
I'm from a little town in South Dakota, and so this film program here was probably one of the only ones within like the Midwest that caught my eye. So I came here, and I like Denver because it's not a huge city, but it's a big step up from where I am. So, how does the process feel unique to you?
It's unique because the technology is growing so fast that we are able to do what a bigger crew can do with a smaller crew nowadays.